friends, welcome to my channel My Motherhood Studio. In today's video I am going to share with you all a wonderful book for the upcoming festival of Navratri. The title of this book is Navdurga, the 9 form of the goddesses. However, before I proceed with the video, I would like you all to take a pause and remind you all that if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead, subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to press the bell button too to receive notifications for all the new uploads. You can even follow me on my Instagram handle, My Motherhood Studio or My M Studio. So let's get started with our today's video. I will take you through this wonderful book written by author Nalini Ramchandran and breathtaking illustrations being done by Priyanka Pachpande. Trust me, I have never come across such a wonderfully put together book wherein the narrative, the illustration, the information being shared is so thought through that it's just the perfect mix to be read and to be shared with others too. While I was reading it to my 8-year-old, I realized there were so many customs and traditions which I wasn't aware of, even though I come from northern India, and Navratri is a very big festival there, and so much goes when it comes to Navratri, but there were still so many customs and traditions which were mentioned by the author in the book I wasn't really aware of. So the book is packed with lovely information, breathtaking, captivating illustrations, and it not only targets a specific part of India, it covers the celebration from all across India, gives a wonderful explanation why it is done, why each day of Navratri, which goddess is celebrated, what kind of food is being offered to her, why she likes it, goddess's Bahana, the weapon she used, how she came into being, has been put through really wonderfully. So I will not waste more time just talking. I would rather take you through inside the book and make you believe it for yourself. Let's begin by having a peep inside the book. As you would notice, the book gets started off with a brief introduction of the author and the illustrator. Then there is a small note for the parents. It talks about what you already know about Durga and Navratri, and a small note to the parents to discuss this topic with their children, how to explain it. So it's a must that if you're reading it aloud to your child, to go through this wonderful note. The book gets initiated by talking about Adi Shakti, that how Adi Shakti came into her being, and then how the warrior goddess Durga took her avatar. And then it moves on about the story of Durga. So the entire book follows the same pattern. It talks about the form of Ma Durga, gives a brief description, a rather very crisp story about how that form of Adi Shakti came into being, and which Vahana she used, which weapon she used, what she liked, what she didn't like, what is the importance and of that form of Ma Durga in our lives. So here the author has listed down the Navdurgas. Shailiputri, the princess who sets out an adventure keeping aside her fears. Brahmacharni, the young lady who meditated for many years. Chandraghanta, the angry bride who wore a deadly bell. Kushmanda, the happy one whose smile became her jewel. Skandmata, the brave mother of a heroic son. Katyayani, the slayer of a difficult demon. Kalratri, the feisty fighter who gave asuras a fright. Mahagauri, the peace-loving goddess who's compared to all things white. Siddhidatri, the keeper of powers that are a secret, and with that the great and glorious Navdurga. So these are the Navdurgas. So as I told you, the book begins with talking about what is Navratri, how it is a festival of 9 days, 9 nights, gives a brief description about girl power, and then it starts with Navaratris. Day 1 talks about Ma Shailputri, the guardian of the earth. How day 1 we pray to Ma Shailputri, her story, her Vahana, and in each story a beautiful illustration of Ma has been showcased along with a small humorous dialogue or statement in the bubble. Let me read this out for you. Ma says, Nandi, I've heard that the route to Shiva's home is mountainous and dangerous. Walk carefully and don't drop me, okay? And Nandi says, don't you worry, Ma. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. So it even brings in the humor into the entire description. So here it also talks about, the author has shared that how that form of goddess lives inside you as well. For example, here she is mentioned in the form of Shailputri. I live inside you as strength. If you're strong in body and mind, you can do new things and even have exciting adventures. And as I had mentioned, that it talks about various festivals and celebrations across the states in India. Here it gives the mention of Makharotsav, which is celebrated in Goa. All these things are pretty new to me. Even I wasn't aware about it. Day 2, it proceeds to Ma Brahmacharini, the conqueror of the mind. As I said, again, there is an illustration, and in the bubble, small humorous statement is being mentioned, which keeps your attention into the place. And the children would also enjoy. And then again, here also the author has highlighted that as this form of goddess, how I live inside you. For example, in the form of Brahmacharini, I live inside you as patience. And here it gives the reference of celebrating Jagrata in Punjab or northern states of India, which is also referred to as Jagran, wherein people stay awake one entire night and pray to Ma goddess by singing various bhajans and songs. Also, to everyone's delight, the author has put together this entire spread of talking about special foods for the goddesses, how each day for different goddess, what is her favorite food, and rather I can say that, what is being offered to the goddess on that particular day. Trust me, while reading this, you are going to crave so much for food. Let's move on to day 3, wherein author talks about Chandraghanta, who's dear to all, and she's a fearsome bride. So here, Ma Chandraghanta says, if you think I'm not menacing enough, should I sound my moonshade bell again? So this is in reference to when Lord Shiva dresses up all weirdly and arrives at Ma Parvati's place for the wedding to take place, and Ma Parvati's parents get all anxious, so much so that her mother even simply faints, because seeing the scary sight of Lord Shiva being accompanied by his unusual friends and not dressed appropriately, which is usually expected when you come for a wedding. So that's when Ma Chandraghanta takes this form. And here it talks about the festival of Gangor in Rajasthan. Trust me, you're not going to lose your attention throughout the book. It's a wonderful book, not only for children but for adults also. And it's a book for keepsake. It's not that you've read it once and you are done with it. You're going to keep reading it over and over again. Day 4 is celebrated for Ma Kushmanda, the bright beacon, who's the smiling goddess. Moves to Ma Skandamata, who's mother to everyone. And here, for day 4, Drishti Pusanikai, Tamil Nadu, the festival has been spoken about. For day 5, the festival in Gujarat, which is known as Garba or Dandiya, has been, briefed about. So the information is not too much, but yet it is sufficient, brief and crisp enough for children to comprehend easily. So it does not have very complicated vocabulary for children to find it difficult to comprehend, and the illustrations are so what do I say? They're so lovely, and you just want to keep looking at them over and over again. And this happy family illustration is one of my favorite illustration from the book, especially the conversation which is happening between all of them over here. For example, Ma is laughing and she's saying that I have a serious husband, a warrior son, an elephant headed son, loyal animal friends, asuras turned vahanas, several human devotees. Isn't my family unique? Look at her expressions, Lord Shiva's expressions, Ganesha's, Kartikeya. This is one of my favorite illustrations from the book, and I keep coming back to this page over and over again. Let's move to day 6, where it talks about Ma Katyayani, who creates the Devas. So Ma Katyayani says here that I live inside you as determination. If you fail, don't give up. Try and try again, and you will surely do well in life. I think this is kind of a reminder which we all need over and over again, even along with our children, that if we fail, we should not give up, rather we should keep trying. It talks about Golu over here. It also talks about the big festival of Durga Puja, which is conducted every year in West Bengal. Let's move to day 7, Ma Kal Ratri, who is fierce and fearless. Talks about her, and this is another humorous speech bubble. Let me read this for you. I just can't resist, wish I could read aloud the entire book to you all. However, I'll go ahead and read this speech bubble at the moment. Who said being a goddess is easy? Imagine having to drink an asura's blood to defeat him. Trust me, it tastes yuck. My daughter kept on laughing for so long after reading that. See, here they have given a reference to the Matani Pachedi, Gujarat artwork, which is such a beautiful piece of information to be shared in a children's book, where children would get to know that along with different customs, traditions, celebration, there are different art forms also which exist across the various states in India. So it's a wonderful book to take your children closer to India, especially for parents like me who are not living in India currently, and it gets really difficult to have your child, experience the festivals in its real form. So books come to a big rescue. The book also mentions about Nav Durga and Nav Rasa. So for example, Shailputri stands for Shringar Rasa, which means love, Brahmacharni, Shanta Rasa, that means calmness, Chandraghanta, Bhayankar Rasa, that's fear, Kushmanda, Hasya Rasa, that's laughter, Skandamata, Veer Rasa, heroism, Katyayani, Rudra Rasa rather, anger, Kalratri, Bibhatsa Rasa, which means disgust, Mahagauri, Karuna Rasa means kindness, Siddhidatri means Adbhuta Rasa, wonder. You know what? This means that Ma Durga lives in your emotions too. Then day 8, it talks about Mahagauri, who's as pure as nature, talks about the festival of Batukamma Padunga in Telangana. And day 9, it talks about Ma Siddhidatri, the one with special powers. And then it talks about the Saraswati Puja and Ayodhya Puja in southern part of India and Odisha. The book almost comes to its end, where it even talks about Ashtasiddhis, which are Mahima, Anima, Garima, Laghima, Prapti, Prakamya, Ishta, Vishishtva. And then, to my surprise, while I was flipping through the pages before even I read, I was surprised to know that the author has even covered Dussehra also briefly in this book, and spoken about that how in northern India Ram Leela takes place, in Rajasthan the Kota Dussehra Mela, and in Punjab and Haryana Hanuman Swaroop. So it has even given a small snippet of the many Dussehras of India, which I really liked in this book. So there is not one thing which I did not appreciate, and best part which I liked in this book, the kind of diversity across India which the book has portrayed. And then here it is a sweet, short and sweet farewell note to Ma Durga, has been given, and a nice flow diagram about how from Adi Shakti different forms of Ma Durga came into being, so that children can comprehend easily and not get confused. And at the end, there is a thank you note from the author, and she's also listed down the various sources which she referred to while putting this book together. So this book has been really thought through from all perspective and has been put together. I hope you liked my today's recommendation, and personally I believe it's a must-have book and it should be there on your child's bookshelf, and it is one such book which can be read over and over again. So please, what are you waiting for? Follow the book purchase link in the video description down below and get one copy for yourself, and stay tuned till I come back with another video. Thank you so much for watching today's video.